In this game of Halo Wars 2, I am playing as Anders, and I am stuck in a situation where Serina Siege is trying to happen, and we're going to go ahead and do our best to see if we can stop that from happening. So, our build order is going to be a very simple one. And what I mean by simple is that we're getting R&D development so we can get research tech faster and upgrades to be cheaper. And we're actually opening up with double supply, and the reason why we're opening up with double supply is because we have built our third marine in the map, so then we can go ahead and get the additional resources that are right in front of our base. And so we're not going to upgrade the supply gen right away. We're actually going to upgrade the second one, which that seems like a mistake. Should have just upgraded the first one. So right away, already saw something that I did wrong here. I totally agree with the double supply pad build that I started off with, but unfortunately didn't really made the right decision in regards to spending power for that. So we're going to go ahead and get at least the gen upgraded, and now I know why I upgraded that supply pad, because the power that we got in the map actually gave us enough to have the gen ready by then. So the correct move was to upgrade the first supply pad right away. And so Yellow has already lost their side of the lane pretty hard, and that means they were able to grab the mini base to stop the enemy from grabbing it. But it's not a good position for Yellow to be in right now, because now Green pretty much has this left side, and if they start bullying the mini base, it's going to be a problem. So I am making one Jackrabbit to go ahead and scout the enemy. We're making additional supply pads, and it does look like the grunts are going to start working on that mini base. But on the right hand side, Orange is doing a magnificent job of getting a decent push going. And here we go, I have myself a second mini base. And now we're going to see if we can at least support our teammate over here. We're going to send a Jackrabbit over. Great microing that's happening on that left-hand side. I mean right-hand side. And we still need to deal with the grunts on the side. So I'm actually just going to send my army, because Yellow doesn't really have anything yet. And it looks like I'm going to go with a Jackrabbit build. And I'm only going to use one gen for now. Definitely feel like I should save my money to get that second gen. But here we go, we're sending our Jackrabbit over to start working on that grunt, and we're still producing a ton of supply pads. So all in all, the Jackrabbit looks like it's just going to do a good job clearing out what's left over here. And so it wasn't really as drastic as I thought it was going to be. And my second point is going to go towards a restoration drone. So all in all, it's not too bad. We have that 500 supply. Hopefully we go ahead and get ourselves, I guess we're not going to get it. We're going to keep making Jackrabbits. Thought we were going to make a generator there, but you know what? Forget the generator. Let's just keep making Jackrabbits. And so Jackrabbits is going to be the answer here so far. So we're going to see if we go after any of the nodes. Orange has gotten a second base, mainly because they did have a very good engagement on that right hand side, and they're working on the power node. So my second base is going to start being established, and this is where I'll probably go ahead and get that additional power generator once that base gets set up. And we're going to put our Marines actually on the high ground and hold position, so then we can see if the enemy is trying to get any of the nodes whatsoever. And so we're going to use our Jackrabbits to still continue to look around, but right now there's not much going on, which is incredibly fishy. And speaking of which, we're now going to get our second gen on our main base. So pretty interesting decision there. And finally, we have seen some of Blue's army over here, and we're going to stop them from capturing the node. They do have a little bit of choppers, but honestly, with what we've got, we can easily win this. And mine goes down, and it does look like it's not going to go ahead and blow up all my units. And there is a second set of mines that got placed as well, so that's going to be our cue to fall back a little bit. And so right now, all in all, we don't really have anything but the first node, and they probably have their own node on their side of the map. But with the amount of supplies that we have, we might as well use it to upgrade our gen and start working towards a Tech 2. And with this single Marine we have, we can start also trying to capture the power node on this side as well, since they cleared it out, because Jackrabbits don't do a very good job against Sentinel. And there we go, I just got 2 Jackrabbits slaughtered by the mine. The enemy is trying to go ahead and work on the engineer. Hopefully they know that they're being baited towards mines, because there are mines chilling over there. And Jackrabbit production is going to kind of continue. Orange is pinging to let me know that they want to go ahead and do something. So all in all, I don't really agree with what's happening here. I haven't even upgraded Jackrabbits yet, and I'm making an armory. We're still in Tech 1 and we're 5 minutes in. Definitely a very interesting build order that you're seeing here being played. And so our economy is starting to get better, but what's our second play? What's our move? We're going to get ourselves a hero out, but what do we really have beyond the hero? So Jackrabbit's going to come in to go ahead and try and capture the node, but it's going to be hard because the engineers are there, but we have enough Jackrabbits to at least stop the capture from happening. But a mine has now come down, and that's going to continue to be a problem for us because we don't have the upgrades, which we are now going to go ahead and get that upgrade as well. So this is kind of insane to me that we're still in Tech 1, we're getting all these upgrades, but we're just going to keep making Jackrabbits and just hope that we can do something. It's nice that they cleared the power nodes on this left-hand side, and Light Blue is trying to get themselves a push on this side. I'm going to send my Jackrabbits to come in and assist. And because of all the supplies that I have, I'm going to go ahead and make a gen on the side as well. A drop comes down, and my Jackrabbits were able to avoid some of it. Looks like the heal also helped out the Jerome on our side of the map. And so actually I was wrong. Green is coming in with a bunch of grunts that they snuck in to go after the snipers, and so I'm going to go ahead and retreat to go ahead and help out those snipers at the bottom. And my Spartan's just going to go, I would presume, up that ramp to go ahead and see what Light Blue is doing. But for now we're just trying to multitask here to get additional reinforcements and economy going on over here. And so Jackrabbit's going to clear this out. They do have turrets, but it does look like the snipers are going to easily clear this stuff out, which will be very nice to see. And now we see Dark Blue heading over to middle node. I guess they were expecting that it was captured, but it has not. And so now we're just going to get ready for the next phase. We're upgrading all our supply pads, and we're going to have a great amount of supply to help us out here. And the question is, what will be our tech after this? So right now we have a lot of upgraded Jackrabbits. We have our hero. We finally have Scout upgraded so we can see these mines that end up being problematic every single time. And it does look like Dark Blue has some choppers ready to go as well, but there you have it. We're going to go ahead and go double air pad. So we're going to go Sentinel Siege with our siege turrets, and we're going to go full air with Anders. And so right now there's triple Kodiaks being set up by Serina and the hero as well. And so we dropped in our Sentinel Swarm so we can go ahead and try and get rid of those Kodiaks, but unfortunately they put an Atriox Burox on, so those Kodiaks are going to be healing quite nicely. Our first siege turret is almost there in completion. Dark Blue is starting to push on that right side of the map, and here comes the Jackrabbits trying to march its way through, and we're going to go ahead and focus down on the Kodiaks first, because those are the ones that can cause a problem as more and more end up showing up if we allow that to happen. So yep, some of them are being frozen right now. We're going to keep on trying to make some reinforcements with the air army, get the air upgrade as well, and with our Spartan here we're going to at least be able to take out all the Kodiaks that we saw there. And so now all we have to do is try and start focusing down on the enemy hero Serina, so then that way they won't be able to retreat. Victory turret does come down, which is nice to see, but it does look like some air is starting to be made by green, which can also be problematic. But because we have siege, we have sentinels showing up as well. Y move comes down by the Spartan, and there we go, the hero has been taken out. Now we have some Jackrabbits that are going to be chilling right in the middle of that node, so we can go ahead and start focusing down on Light Blue. Meanwhile, Orange is getting themselves a very good push on that right hand side, pressuring Dark Blue relatively well, and we're trying to get our siege turrets to do work and knock out their siege. And if we're going to be able to do that, then we're going to be ahead on this side of the map. And so now we're going to start getting Tech 3 going. Oh, we're actually going to cancel it and go for air upgrade, so we're going to keep on making air here instead. And so the plan is just to go ahead and get air to counter these Kodiaks that we saw over here. We have great siege still coming in by the siege turrets to make sure that theirs do not come up. And now we just gotta try and stop the Kodiak's number from getting too high, because If it gets too high, they're going to be able to attack our base, but we do have some air that's going to be coming in. We have this Marine that's just deciding to just come in and join the fun for whatever reason, so we're going to go ahead and capture those nodes. We were able to capture the Kodiak that they had, which is actually pretty funny to see. And fortification level 2 is going to come in to go ahead and keep the upgrade boost that we're going to have with our siege. And now here comes yellow with green with some Banshees showing up. We don't really have anti-air whatsoever, so we're going to have to start retreating just a little bit. But our Spartan is starting to take a little bit of heat. The heal is going to go down to try and save it, and we're going to put the rest of our army in here as well. And so Banshees are getting pushed back just a little bit. They're trying to micro to see if this is a fight that they're going to be able to win. But it does look like a lot of them in general are still level 0. They have not been upgraded yet. So we are winning the upgrade battle so far, which is great because we have all those nodes. Orange has great momentum on their side of the map. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this base as well to see if we can get some siege turrets on there. But unfortunately, we have our Spartan just out of position over there, which is very unfortunate. So we're going to go ahead and get a second one spawned up. And now with Tech 3, we're going to start working towards the next phase, which is finishing up these upgrades. And so yellow is coming in from behind, which is something you want to see. And we just dropped in the Sentinel Swarm as well to pressure light blue's base. We're going to keep focusing down on the economy. Siege is working incredibly well right now. We're making some more Jackrabbits to get that extra vision. And Jerome drop just went down as well. And so now the rest of these Banshees will be taken out. And with the air that we have, we're going to be able to at least start pressuring and focusing down this base, which is nice to see. But there is some tanks and Wolverines that are being made by light blue. So the sooner we take that stuff out, the better it is for us. And this base is just going to be a supply base for now, just because of the fact that we're kind of low on that. But now that we're getting near max pop, it's going to actually be helpful for us to start stockpiling a little bit on that. And so all in all, they just lost almost all their anti-air, and now light blue ends up resigning, could not take the heat anymore, which means all that's left is dark blue and light green. And dark blue just got rid of a base on the right hand side. It does look like they are in the all air all the time mentality. And that means all that's left is light green. So we're going to see if there's any opportunity over here to finish this relatively fast. But it does look like there's some Banshees that are just being caught off guard over here that we're going to be able to take out. Our air is significantly more upgraded, and so that's going to be a quick wipe. Which means all that's left really is just the main base of green, if it does exist. It does look like they're going to fight this one through. This main base has a raid camp and an apex, but we're not really seeing anything else beyond that. So our Hornets are now upgraded to the max and ready to go ahead and take out what is left of green. And this game is going to be coming to a close soon. So I think the big play here was just stopping the siege from Serina happening, and because of the siege turrets and the switch to air, well, the tech to air, I stayed on tech 1 for so long, that allowed us to go ahead and just take advantage of the situation, force them to change their comp to go vehicles with Scorpion tanks and Wolverines, and it was just too late for them by the time they did that transition. So all in all, very good response as a whole, and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this match, feel free to give a like. Feel free to leave a comment what you think about it. And of course, if you haven't done so, feel free to subscribe. I appreciate any love and support if you choose to do so. If not, it is all good. Arc Defense will be ready to go, and this game is going to be coming to a closure in just about a few seconds. But fun fact, staying in Tech 1 for as long as I did, that is not the correct move. I upgraded my hero. I've upgraded Jackrabbits. I upgraded the base, and the build order definitely started off a little bit shaky. Definitely could have upgraded the supply patch. So those are all fun facts. And why are they facts? Because they are room for improvement. Always try to get better. That's my mentality. And so let's go ahead and take a look at these stats. And I was playing with 2 other random players, so that's pretty interesting to find. I destroyed the economy game. I made the most supply and power, which is very cool to see, and most units destroyed. So with that being said, have a good one, have a splendid one. Hope you enjoyed it, and until the next commentary video.